Good boy. I'm really scared that something bad will happen today. For the last month, the thing I've named Good Boy has been coming into my garden every weekday. It was January 26th, a cold morning, when I first saw it. It was scruffy. I could see sore patches of skin where the hair had fallen out, yet I felt like I was looking at an old family friend. Like being shown a faded photograph of relatives who died before you were born, yet somehow you feel a connection. A connection you can't quite explain. I'm terrified of dogs. When I was little, a friend got bitten while we were playing. It bled a lot, though I think I remember more blood than there actually was, but they needed stitches, and since then, I've been afraid. I avoid all dogs, big or small, but Good Boy was different. He was kind. I think he came because I was lonely. He knew I needed someone I didn't have, a friend. Someone to fill the void left by parents who were never around. And when they were constantly checking emails or on the phone with some higher-up for work. Good Boy was the friend I needed. A distraction from the emptiness. Until yesterday, I looked forward to seeing him. He changed his appearance every day. Once, he came with legs so long I could see him over the garden gate, tall and stretched, like a cartoon character. Other times, he was completely hairless, his fingers dragging along the ground behind him like a trail of snakes. And that was fine. He was harmless. Good Boy was being a good boy. Yesterday was different. He came into the garden, but he moved with a coldness. He looked more human, if that's the right way to describe it. He stood up on his hind legs. He was tall, like a large man. Then, he reached up to his face and parted his lips with long, crooked fingers. Fingers that looked like they had been badly damaged. He pried his mouth open, and a large, gum-filled void stared back at me. It felt like he was mocking me. I didn't know what to do. My body was telling me to run, but I froze. I didn't want to turn my back on him. I didn't want to break eye contact. I felt like he wanted to hurt me. His eyes saw me as prey. Those blank, shiny eyes. He had never opened his mouth before. I wanted to call him a bad boy, but I didn't want to die. Not like that in that toothless mouth. He stood there, holding that awful, gaping expression, watching me. Then, slowly, he sat back down, his face seeming more and more human, more like a stranger. And then he spoke. "Thank you for letting me into your life. Now come with me to mine." He stood up again and walked out of the garden, his body contorting slightly, just enough to be wrong. And I felt sick. Right now, I'm hiding in my house. It's almost 6 p.m. I don't know what's going to happen, but he's dangerous. I know it. I know today will be bad, really bad. I think he wants me dead. I want to believe I'm going crazy, that Good Boy was never real. It was just my imagination, wasn't it? Just my imagination. Good Boy never really came into my garden, did he? I'm just crazy, right? Please tell me I'm crazy, please.